in New Orleans. They pull the rising sun. And it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. In God, I know I'm one.
Good afternoon. How you doing? Sandra J. Hobson here, the Brilliant Artist Movement, and this is another segment of the Devil's Advocate. So, I was riding along, me and my producer, looking for content, and damn if we ain't come across it. I was just got finished watching segments of Donovan Sharpe's White Girls Do It Too, or something like that. He released it 4 days ago. First of all, good afternoon, Donovan. That's a really cool name, bro. I don't mind telling you. I like it. I like that name, Donovan, brother. As a matter of fact, if I was to change my name to something, it would be Donovan, sir. But I'm gonna stick with Xander. And how you doing, fellow Philadelphian, Donovan? Come up in North Philly, sir. Ben Franklin High School, Vaults Middle School, Strawberry Mansion. The gully stuff, Donovan. Down in the trenches, around a little black nappy-headed pickaninnies. Sir, that's where I came up at, sir. Not sure where you're from, young man. I don't even know. I'm 52, Donovan. Be 53. February the 1st. Born 1968, sir. So I was listening to you, man. Listening to you talking about the little black broads, how disagreeable and hard-headed they are, young man. I'm assuming you're younger, Donovan. Assuming you're younger. I don't know for sure. You might be older than me, Donovan. I don't know. But as I was saying, Donovan, I don't know. I just put out a video to our mutual friend, Kevin Samuels, telling him what a great job he was doing. I like how Kevin talks, Donovan. Like how he talks, man. I haven't heard Kevin say anything yet that I disagree with. And I'm the devil's advocate, Donovan. That's what I do. I disagree with people. Haven't found anything to disagree with Kevin yet, though. But I'm looking for it, Donovan. Because I'm here to troll you guys. Call you on some of your beliefs. Some of that bullshit that you've been carrying around with you your whole life. And now that you got a voice on YouTube, you can act out and you can spew all that poison out into the universe. You know what I'm talking about, Donovan. You know what's coming, sir. Now I'm going to try to be respectful, Donovan, because we are fellow Philadelphians. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm too old to be fighting and shooting. Been a lot of years since I engaged in that type of behavior, Donovan. It's not something that I care to do. So we're going to be respectful. So if I do see you, sir, man, you can sit down and we can exchange opinions and points of views, and maybe even come up with a way to make some money as a result. We're Democrats and Republicans, Donovan. You're the Democrat, sir, because I stand firm. I lean to the right, sir. As you can see, I got on my Republican red. And if you are a Republican, Donovan, you're going to have to be a liberal Republican if we come together, Donovan. But let me come to my point, sir. The video that you made demonizing our Donovans, our black sisters. I know you don't want to lay claims to black women, Donovan. I know you don't. Not after listening to your video. Not after listening to your video. I know you don't want nothing to do with black women, Donovan. But they are your black sisters, sir. They are your black sisters. Whether you want to claim them or not, sir. They belong to you just like they belong to me. Sir, if you have a mother, I take it that she's black unless you have a mother of another race. I do think you're black, Donovan. African American, if that's what you want to be called, Negro. So you have a connection to the race, sir. Despite your trying to hide from the race, sir. Because I wouldn't know if I was listening to you on the telephone that you were African American, sir. And that's not a cheap shot at you, Donovan. You do what you got to do to make it in the world, sir. I'm not condemning you. I'm coming down on you for that, sir. I'm just calling your ideologies on black women into question, sir. Questioning you on it. Because see, sir, what your podcast or your video told me, sir, is you don't have a lot of experience with women. Because if you believe that black women are as bad as you make them out to be, sir, that tells me that you never dealt with any really women, sir. Because if you dealt with women, sir, you know that all women are the same. And I know you said that, sir. I heard you say it. But the black women that you talk about, sir, that are so disagreeable and belligerent, sir, you have found the worst case scenario. That's where your example comes from, Donovan. The worst case scenario. Because just like you have a worst case scenario with black women, Donovan, you have a worst case scenario with white women. Let me tell you something, there ain't nothing more vicious and cutthroat than a fucking white woman, Donovan. White men have conquered the world in the name of the white woman, sir. White women have got men killed, and you know they look like me and you, Donovan. So it's nothing more vicious than a white woman, Donovan. It's nothing more vicious than a little slick Chinese chick, or Oriental chick, I might add. You know how many Oriental chicks meet guys online, Donovan, and get over here and kill them because they like money, them Oriental sisters, man. And speaking of women killing guys, a few years back, maybe like many years back, the great Arturo Gatti, former boxing champion, he was hooked up with this. Hold on, Donovan. Hold on. I want you to get all of this. I don't want the ambulance to take it away from you. So anyway, like I was saying, we talking about how vicious women are. A few years back, the great Arturo Gatti, boxing champion, he went and found him a little fine and sexy Spanish sister. She was the flower of the earth, this Spanish chick. And Arturo loved her. And I know they had some problems, but my point is, that girl got Arturo Gatti back down there within that country that she lived in, and they killed Arturo's ass. Her cousins, Donovan. Now I know you don't like to think about this kind of stuff because you're so busy thinking about how vicious and cutthroat the sisters are who hurt you when you was a young square, sir. When you was a young square, you so quick to demonize the sisters, brother, while omitting the fact that women are hell raisers, no matter what color they are, sir. And again, I'm assuming that your mother and your grandmother is black, sir. Or if you're mixed, at least one of your grandmothers. You're going to sit here and come down on black women like that. You never dealt with a black woman, Donovan, obviously. And if you did deal with black women and your experience was so bad that it has you jaded even now to this very day, that you're still blaming some chick that shitted on you probably when you was a youngster, and you hold that against all black women, that's sad, sir. You need to get some therapy, Donovan. And again, I don't have a problem with you dating white women, sir. If that's what you like, Donovan, hey, you do you, man. That's cool. Hey, man, it ain't about that. But when you decide that you want to spew your venom and use the absolute poorest example possible, the low-end sister. Because I know them little broads that you're talking about, Donovan, and I totally agree with you. They are belligerent. They are disagreeable. They are scallywags and cutthroats. But you know what, Donovan? Because I've been around the world, Donovan, and I had my sample of various women, Donovan, I've seen those kind of belligerent, cutthroat broads all over, sir. So you can't just put that all on sisters. And I heard you say that a black woman wouldn't cook. I'm not even going to acknowledge the part that you said that you had something about black women sucking. Let's talk about black women cooking. Donovan, if you met a woman, let me tell you something, Donovan. A woman being able to cook is a requirement for me, sir. I don't care what color she is. If you with any woman, Donovan, and she don't cook for you, guess what? You should walk out that door and never come back. But you got a lot of warped perceptions of black women, Donovan. Because once again, all women are hell on earth, sir. It's biblical, young man. Hell has no fury like a woman. When they wrote that section in the Bible, if black women would have been so fucked up, they would have said hell has no fury like a black woman. No, sir. Hell has no fury like a woman. And that applies to all women, Donovan. So please, young man, go get yourself some help. And stop spewing all this negative energy about women of your race. Good day, young fella. But folks, let me tell you something. It takes a lot of courage to get up here and entertain. What's your name, good brother? Nelson? Nelson, let me ask you a question. Do you know the difference between courage and balls, man? Tell me.
Courage is something that you have, balls is something that you grow.
That's a good answer, sir, but that's not the answer I was looking for. Nelson said courage is something that you have and balls is something that you grow, which was a good answer, but it wasn't the answer that I was looking for. This is the answer that I was looking for. Brother Charles, let me tell you what courage is. Courage is a man hanging out all night with his friends, drinking. And when he gets home, he smells like alcohol, and his old lady meets him at the door. She said, "Where the hell have you been all night?" Courage is him looking at her, saying, "Look, shut up and go get me a beer." That's courage. Balls, ladies. Balls is a fella hanging out all night with his girlfriend. And when he gets home, he has lipstick on his collar and he's smelling like perfume. And his wife said, "Where the hell have you been all night?" Balls is him looking her in the eye, turning her around and smacking on the ass, saying, "Don't matter. Get upstairs because you're next." That's what all right? Hey, Chuck. Bam. Bam.